we ended last week, everyone was in getting ready for bed. Several of you were at the Gallon Roots Ale House. Wingy was at the Drop Pedals. Tile is sleeping in the woods, probably.
Hello? Someone said my name?
Yeah, I said you were probably sleeping in the woods.
In excrement.
Okay. I thought I was in the temple.
Oh, yeah, probably. Yeah.
If I have not gone to sleep yet, I'm going to spend the evening reading my book for a couple hours before going to sleep.
Yeah, I think that's where we were.
Who has destroyed all the dice? Holy fuck.
Destroyed the dice. I moved them off the table. But I just moved them out from where they were. Because otherwise they'd be under large dark areas.
I can't touch my dice.
Good.
Unlock them, they're locked. There you go.
All right, so.
Can you delete this Quest Long Branch card? Cool.
Scuzzy, when you woke up, you found a letter under a flower.
Is it the same type of flower I found before?
It is. It is the dark eye lily, which is the flower of your patron rogue guy.
I'd like to read that letter.
Anthrax.
Yep, you're dead. No, it just says, please join me at your earliest convenience. I expect you in the morning, if possible, with word from your new lord.
With word from my new lord.
Yeah.
That's the guy in the slums, right? My patron.
Yep. Lord Darkeye, the Cowl Patriarch.
So it actually stands for the anus.
Now, who counts as my lord?
I would assume the Baron. Baron.
Okay, so he wants me to go to the Baron first and then go to him?
You are not certain. This is kind of new, uncharted territory for you.
I guess I'm going to go to Dark Eye and get some clarification.
Okay. Yeah, you enter in through the bar and head down to the basement. You're let in the door by the big ogre. Some
I
other
think I'm
stuff.
just going to go straight to him once.
All right. So as you open the door to his office, he is there behind his finely furnished desk, and he waves you in as he is finishing everything down. He motions you to sit.
All right, I go ahead and sit.
So he bids you welcome, and he wonders where your the new lord you bend knee to has become of him.
Yeah, that's what I came for clarification on. The letter was a little cryptic. I wanted to know what you meant by coming with word from my new baron.
Very well. Should you be unaware as of yet, the cowl works in most, if not all, major cities. And one of the services we provide are information gathering to the mayors, the barons, the lords, the kings. Uh, we would like to place an installation in to the up and coming city of Port Keel.
Okay, and where do I fit in on all this?
Well, of course, we need someone who is in close contact with the higher ups. So you would coordinate a small group of spies, information gatherers, if you prefer that term, and they would report to you.
These gatherers can be anybody in the city?
Yes, traditionally there are several roguish types in the employ. They travel the city, they go from town to town. Think of it as a more impressive and quite shady courier system.
Where can I find these couriers?
Well, of course, I could provide you with some. You could do some recruiting of your own, but of course, that means that would be time for training. Whereas the men I could provide you with would be um, already trained, ready to go, housebroken.
What's the catch if I use your guys?
No catch. They would report to you. You would be their patron in the city. However, their services would remain under my contract.
All right, let's go ahead and do that then.
Okay, so he will shuffle through some papers, and he will offer you half dozen, 7, 8 small pieces of paper, and he'll tell you to pick from them. The so it's different names, and it kind of gives you indications of what they are good at, what they are weak in. The first 3 are a dwarf, an elf, and a human. And their strengths are information gathering. The second group is a half elf, a tiefling, and a halfling. And their strengths lie in item acquisition. And then there is a gnome who is kind of a jack of all trades. And he says that you can pick 3 of them, and he will give them orders to meet you in the port. You will have to provide them with lodgings, and you are in charge of their food, keep. If they have need of resources, they'll come to you first.
All right, suppose I'll take one of each group then. I'll take the Jack of all trades gnome. Go with the half elf for item acquisition and the human for info gathering.
All right. He will mark those down, and he'll say that he's going to send them the information, and you should expect them in 3 to 5 days in the port. and they will in the keep that's newly being refurbished. And as a show of good faith, he is going to hand you a sealed envelope and say, this is some information for the Baron that he hopes will put the cowl and himself in good favor with him.
All right, I'll take the envelope, and I guess I'll proceed over to the Baron to deliver the message.
Excellent. And he says, though you are a newly minted cowl lord, always feel free to come and check in on your patron should you have some free time.
All right. I tell him I'll do that, and
All right. For the rest of you, it is the morning. We spent a little bit of time last night shopping, getting items identified. Is there anything that you guys want to do this morning?
Did I learn anything from my book from reading it last night at all?
I don't think so. Were you looking for anything specific?
No, just as always looking for changes in the book. It always changes order, but it normally doesn't change information from what I
Right.
remember you explaining me.
That's correct.
So I always, whenever I say that I'm going to sit down and read my book, I'm just going to see what the changes are and try to read interpretations in the changes, if there are
Got
any.
it. Yeah, I was a little. I wasn't sure what you were poking at there, but I understand now.
I made the mistake earlier in the game for not even reading it or asking you what I'm reading. So I'm I'm just spending some time with the book off and on.
Sure. So
Want to go buy some potions.
okay.
That'd be good. I'm gonna go with them.
All right.
Hey, Geoff.
Yep.
Piece is underneath the map.
No, it isn't.
Look underneath the map. Like, look at it from an angle. You can see it. The map's actually angled up. Neat. Okay.
Yeah, I lost that earlier, and so I just made a new one.
Which tower was that? Was it Theron?
No, it was Fitz.
Did I say yesterday that I was gonna grab some, like not make a big deal of it, but just grab some supplies to resummon my owl if it dies again, so
Yeah,
that I
you
have
said
that.
enough for 5.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Good. I wanted to make sure that I marked that down too.
Yep.
So, what does the mayor think of us that now that he has the barony? And wasn't that guy aiming for it?
Oh, he was aiming for it hard.
He certainly was. You're not sure. You haven't really spoken to him since he left. It's been almost a month.
I talked to him a little bit, but it was kind of in passing. I stopped by his place and I was just like, so what do you think of the new Baron? And he was just like, I will do what my lord tells me to do. And he just left it at that.
Then he cried into his pillow.
Probably.
All right. So, what kind of potions are you looking to pick up?
What's the higher ones? How much those cost?
Okay. So there are healing, which is the lowest ones, then greater, superior, and supreme.
Um,
She doesn't have any supreme.
Okay.
She has one superior. She has half a dozen greater, and then healing. You should be able to
How
pick
much
up
are the superior?
your fill. The superior are 150. Graders are 75. No, sorry. Graders are 100, and then healing is 50.
Okay. So I want to buy her out of the one supreme, the half a dozen greater, and then 5 regular.
All right, one superior.
Oh yeah, superior. Sorry. So 150, then 600.
Yep, and then another 250. So 1,000 total.
All right. I give her
Buy her
100
out.
platinum,
All right.
and I toss 2 graders to Bob Ricky, and regular healing potion as well.
Okay. Sounds good. Theron, you doing anything?
Uh, no, I'm just gonna meet up with try to find Barry and all them and meet up with them.
Okay. Fitz, what are you doing this morning?
I was thinking about disguising self and going to the slums and checking out the soup kitchen.
Okay.
So I'm gonna disguise myself as a really short half elf. I think I'd be on the shorter end of half elf if I added a foot onto my height.
Yeah, probably.
So as long as it's convincing, that's what I'm gonna do.
Sure. As you are entering, are the same as they ever were. They are dirty. They are hungry. They are crowded together. Children run in between adults, although most stay off to the edge in the shadow. And when you walk up to the soup kitchen, make a perception check.
Alright. Perception is +2, so 19.
You notice that the soup kitchen is very quiet this morning.
Um, can I dip into an alley and press the digitation to make myself real dirty and then walk in?
Sure.
I'd like to make sure that nobody's watching before I soil my clothes. That's the
Make
exact
a
terminology.
stealth check.
Oh, good. It's a 9.
Okay. You go ahead and you get your clothes all soiled, mostly poop.
Well, I pick what I mean. It's just prestidigitation, and then and then I will approach it looking hungry and see if there's anybody in there or what's going on.
Yeah, as you walk up to the door, it is locked.
Are there any homeless individuals like sitting outside or anything like that? Anybody panhandling nearby?
There are a couple of people at the far end on the opposite side of the door, but besides that, no.
So the slums are vacant then?
No, I mean, there's still a bunch of people, but none are associating with this building.
Oh no, I'm just seeing if there are any homeless people on the street.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'd like to walk up to one of those homeless people and be like, so what happened to the 10 penny house?
They will say that the doors closed a couple of weeks ago, and they they didn't open again.
Did you hear anything about the family? Anything that would have caused them to stop?
Make a persuasion check.
I'm so glad I'm lucky. 21. It was a 1 first.
Yeah. They'll tell you that probably for the same reasons why the rich do anything. They just don't care.
I thought Lavinia was different.
They're all the same.
I'll reach into my pocket and I'll grab out a oh shit, I don't even have any copper. I'll grab out a silver and I'll hand him a silver and I'll say thank you and then I'll walk away.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. Most of the morning is, left you behind. It's about 10. What do you guys want to do?
Are we planning on going back to Port Keel anytime soon? Or maybe we should touch base with the mayor.
I think we should touch base with the mayor.
I mean, he is our lesser now.
Yeah, but I was about to get out of character. I'm sorry. I'll shut up.
All right. You guys can go see the mayor. Who all wants to go?
Theron will go.
Jordan, what do you mean about the crown?
Well, from the one mage, he stated that the crown is extremely magical, but he didn't quite know.
Mhm.
Or was that in regards to the armor?
That was the crown.
Okay. So, do I need to attune to the crown, or is it just like kind of rock it and see?
It's not an item that you attune to.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not sure what the deal is with it.
So I need to find like some dwarfs basically to find out something more about it that might know
Yeah.
about it. All right, gotcha.
Yep. Okay. So far, Theron, Fitz, and Strem are going to the mayor. Anyone else? Everyone else. Okay.
And Eric's playing his lute.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. So you guys enter. You are shown in by the butler. And you are taken to not the office, but a room with a large table. There is a tray set out with small sandwiches. There is a pitcher of chilled wine. Hot tea is brought. And after 10 minutes or so, Mayor Tom walks in and takes his seat at the head of the table.
I'd like to make it clear that I need to know of all of your comings and goings.
He will look down his glass at you and tell you that he reports to the Baron. And while you may have come up in the eyes of the world, he still knows where you started.
Yeah, and you're still uptight. I was just kidding, bro.
No, good sandwiches though.
He will ask if if the Baron has any need of him, or what he finds the good pleasure of this meeting is about.
Are we playing for Wingy? Was Wingy gonna say something?
Oh, is he here? I thought you said he was off playing his lute.
Oh, he's off playing. Okay, then I'll just say, um, well, I came here personally because I wanted to see if there was any information that you had for us, any events that are going on in the area that we should be aware of, anything that you would like to, if you need help with, that we need to provide you with assistance. Like, what do you have to report from your area of the barony?
He will motion the butler over and whisper something in his ear. The butler will leave, and then after a moment, he will come back in holding a leather folder. And the Baron will open it up, and he says, "These are financial reports from the last 5 seasons. These are trade reports, and it's a thick sheaf of paper. These are income reports. These are," and he goes through farming reports, all different kinds of reports. Uh, and after a few minutes, he stops there. As for any areas of trouble, besides those you yourself have been to or dealt with, the only thing further are the reports of the orcs in the south, but I have little information on that.
Are those reports that you have in front of you, are they all copies of everything, or are those your filings?
He will tie everything back up in the leather folio, and he will push them towards you and say, "This is correspondence for the Baron. He can keep it with his files."
I can pass that on to him. That's fine.
Do you know how many orcs are in the south?
He will say that numbers claim for anywhere from 20 to tens of thousands. There have been talks of them raiding farms, but of course there are always orcs raiding farms. Nothing from any cities or towns. It seems nothing to worry about. Something for rat catchers to deal with.
So no orcs in this town?
There are several half orcs, however, no full-blooded orcs. No. Do you have any other questions, or?
Do you mind if I take a few of these sandwiches to go?
By all means, anything I can do to help a friend of the Baron.
Thank you. I grab 5 sandwiches and start walking out.
Did he seem angry when he said that?
Make an insight check.
14.
There was definitely a sarcastic tone. But he did offer it in truth.
I assume everybody's getting up to leave then.
Oh yeah, I got my sandwiches. Time to go get some beer.
I'm gonna linger in the room just for an extra minute and once the room's empty after everybody has bid their farewells, I'm gonna ask him. You wouldn't happen to have any information of what has happened to the Tenpenny House in the slums, would you?
Make a persuasion check.
A 17.
He'll say that he doesn't keep up with the day-to-day businesses that what people do in the slums. He tends to focus on if there is an issue or a problem there among the poor. Besides that, he lets them run their own district.
So no information, any issues with the Tenpenny family or anything that would have caused them to stop their philanthropy after years?
He will tell you that he will have more information next tax season, but as of now, he has taken no notice of any difference.
Alright. Good day. Good day.
All right. What do you guys want to do?
I'll spend some time in the inn having a couple drinks and trying to chat up the locals. Still trying to find out what's going on with the Tenpenny family.
I'd like. Oh, sorry, go on.
In disguise or as you?
This'll be in disguise. I'll go up to my room and I'll change. Clean,
Okay.
half elf, but half elf.
I'm gonna be drinking beer and creating the totem of basically a idol for the elk.
All right.
Can I get some like nice road provisions, some good stuff?
Oh yeah, for sure. That would cost you 5 gold. But it's better than just, dried meat and stuff to make hard biscuits.
Tile always has dry meat.
He always has dingleberries. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't think it shocks anyone here that Theron doesn't know how to wipe his own ass. So
Aaron does. He just uses his hands and then combs his hair directly afterwards. That's why he has brown hair.
He turns into dog form and licks his own ass to wipe it.
Among other things.
I believe that too.
Where to now, gents?
But the bad part is food always has peanut butter around that time.
So are we spending another day here in the town, guys, or what's the deal?
Can't see why we would.
So I say we gather up, hop on Jorce and the cart, and make our way.
To
Port Keel. Or do we want to go check out these orcs?
I want to check out the orcs.
We should stop by Port Keel first. I just have that feeling. Port Keel.
Yeah, I vote for Port Keel.
We don't have other than south, we don't have a location of the orcs. They could be hundreds of miles south. They could be to the southeast, to the southwest.
Port Keel, then.
Sounds good. We'll try to get some information there, and then we'll go kill things.
In the time we spent in the inn, can I roll to see if I find out anything about the Tenpenny House before we leave?
Yes, you can make an investigation check.
Oh. Oh, you can make your investigation first.
15.
No. People say that their business is doing fine. They're not sure why they did it or why they're not doing it anymore.
So no weird instances with the family. The family still keep up appearances and everything like that.
Yep. They still
All right.
see folks walking around town doing good business.
Okay. Then I will head out with the rest of them.
Real quick, I want to go to the slums and find George and his kids, just to see how they're doing.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
That is terrible. That would be a 4.
You are unable to locate George, although it does take you about an hour of searching. You can't find him.
No.
Maybe you paid him enough so that he's not a bum anymore.
True.
Maybe you rolled a 4.
He's actually a very sly bum.
You actually walked right past him and you didn't even know it.
He got cleaned up. That's why I didn't recognize him. He took a bath.
Or the other route, he got even dirtier.
He thought it was just Theron.
And is missing limbs because his cuts got infected.
No, he didn't get any cuts. Just some bruising.
Bruising causes swelling, swelling causes skin splitting.
Did that miner who was with us die on the road here?
No, he ran away.
No, I mean, he's with you.
Because we still have the pickaxe for him.
Yep.
Yeah,
Wait, aren't we supposed to figure out what's up with the pickaxe?
Yeah, that's why
Isn't
we
that-
came here.
Yeah, let's. Did you guys
Is that
ever
the
go
whole
to
reason?
the wizard? Well, we
No.
went here to get more things investigated, but if you guys haven't done that about the pickaxe, you guys should probably go see Rodolfo before we leave.
Oh, yeah.
all right. Me and Bob Ricky will go running over there. Because we're super fast now.
Yep.
Yeah, he'll open the door. He'll ask why everyone's in such a hurry.
Bob Ricky.
Yeah.
Tell him.
We have a pickaxe, good sir, and we'd like you to take a look at it.
All right. Calm down. He's like, it'll still take 10 minutes.
That's fine. Hey, Bob Ricky, you want to have a drink while we wait?
Sure. Do you have water?
Holy water.
Sure.
And I
Would you
pour him
like
some
take?
wine.
Yeah, so as you guys are waiting, he will do his ritual for the identify spell. And he will tell you that this pickaxe is enchanted to break through stone. There is a stone softening spell upon it, cast in permanency, and it also has the ability of a dowsing rod. So if placed on its head and spun, the handle will always fall towards the nearest source of a precious metal.
I try it out.
It
Inside
falls,
Rodolfo's home?
and so you
I
spin
mean, why
it,
not? That's
and the handle falls in the direction of the southwest.
oh. There's precious metals to the southwest. Do you got any in here?
He'll indicate these are all underground. These are unworked. It
Oh,
won't work on magic things or things that have been processed.
Oh, okay. Well, good to know that it works. Maybe. I don't know. I can't take it there right now. Thank you.
Good day.
You're welcome.
Let's run out before we pay him.
How much is it?
10 gold.
Running out, I'll throw 10 gold.
Oh, and the gold kind of hits him. He's thank Jesus, thank you.
Poor Rodolfo.
I like Rodolfo, and I am nice to Rodolfo. I'm a fan of Rodolfo.
I think everyone is.
So, in the run, I'm going to ask Barry, should we give the pick to the miner? Do you trust him?
The miner said that he's going to start working with the town of Port Keeling and bringing the metals and stuff like that there. So as long as he keeps his deal, yeah, I believe him.
All right, I'll hand the pick to Barry then.
All right. So we are going to be traveling back to Port Keel. Over roads, it'll take you guys a couple days to get there.
Remember, it's cut in half.
Oh yeah, you're faster now because of your elkness.
That is
so it'll
correct.
take you a day to get there. A little over a day.
Should we like reinforce our cart so that it can withstand these speeds?
I just want to sit in the back and go, yay! And just picture the cart saying, "You're getting pretty heavy, Barry."
We in the never-ending story now?
Yep.
All right, I like it.
Yeah, we can reinforce the cart. I asked the miner if he's pretty good with he's handy with stone. How is he at getting these wheels and stuff like that in order?
He'll tell you that he is not handy at all
Oh, well.
with that.
Well, aren't you a jack of one trade?
He's good at breaking rock, not fixing wood.
Hey, you never know. He's got to travel with the rock. What if his traveling of the rock and the cart breaks down? What then?
Well, I'm pretty sure the rock would carry him around. You know, like.
Are you talking about Dwayne the Rock Johnson carrying him?
While we were in Mirren, I had the hat attuned, but as we were waiting while they were at Rodolfo's, I attuned the rod. Just you know. So now I have the rod of the pack keeper attuned.
All right.
Oh, I also want to the one rod that allows for basically crafting a holy weapon. I want to toss that. Let Bob Ricky know what I found out about it. That we need to find a blacksmith. I tell him if we ever happen to go to basically find a dwarven blacksmith, I know they're extremely well when it comes to crafting magical and sturdy weapons.
Okay.
So I want to give that to him so we can get him a holy weapon if he so chooses.
I think he has one.
I don't know what gear he has. I just know he's holy. He loves the Baron. And yeah.
Heard your mom's holy.
Oh no, she's dead.
Still has holes.
A lot of holes now.
All right. So are you guys going to stay in Mirren and upgrade your cart, or?
Yeah, let's upgrade the cart. Can we buy
I'm
another
sure
set
it would
of
be fine.
horseshoes?
You guys overlapped each other.
Are we able to buy another set of speedy horseshoes?
In the shop, she does not have any more. However, She can look for them. So this is the thing that Wing has done with those gems. So if you pay 50 gold, she'll look for a week, and then there is a percent chance that she will find them. And if she searches for longer, then the percent increases.
So is it 50 gold for a week and it goes up from there?
Yeah. So it's 100 for 2, 150 for 3.
All right. I'll give her 10 platinum pieces to find another set.
Okay. She will spend the next 2 weeks looking.
I'm gonna quickly run into Rodolfo's real fast. I want to ask him if there's any way that he knows of, or anybody that he knows of that could that specializes in any sort of teleport magic or teleport circles, like any place that we could go that would establish quick travel from Port Keel to other major cities.
Rodolfo does not specialize in teleportation. He is not sure. You could always check. You can ask any wizard who is powerful enough to do such a spell, but it's not something that he is very familiar with.
I'm thinking about, like, if he has access to the Wizards College, if he could request anybody to come to Port Keel and install a teleportation circle. Like, I know that it takes like a year worth of enchanting, but once we have one, we can utilize it once we've connected it to other cities to teleport in and out with the use of a wizard. So I know it'll be an incredibly expensive venture, but it would be worth us having, way down the line.
By way down the line, I mean, we've done a lot of venturing and it's taken, what, 2 weeks?
No, you guys have been adventuring for a little over 3 months now.
Oh, really? Okay, I guess, yeah, I came late.
Yeah. Rudolfo will tell you that perhaps that is something for your new, not your new wizard of Port Keel to take care of. All of the candidates that have been sent there would have equal access and probably better access to the college than he does.
As far as I know, Rodolfo, you are the best. So I appreciate the efforts that you guys put in. So I will pass up the good word to anybody that you want to, like, I don't know if you need to move up through the college or anything like that, or if you want to move up in the ranks, like whoever we need to let know how great you are, I will.
He will thank you, and he has a little tear in his eye.
Is there a survey that we take? Like,
He gives you this really long, very thin piece of paper, and he circles the bottom with a quill, and he'll say, if you go online in the next 3 days, no, there's not.
chance to win 3 identifies. All right, I'll meet everybody back outside.
And I give everyone 2 healing potions, minus Bob Ricky.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, so you have 4 regular out of the ones you bought. You have the.
If I need to buy more regular healing potions, let me know. I know I bought
So you have
6,
4
right?
regular ones left.
Okay, 4 regular ones left.
You have 4 graders left, and you have the superior left.
Okay, I want to give Scuzzy a grader. I'm gonna go back and buy basically enough to where I can give everyone 2 regular healing potions and keep 2 myself.
Okay, so you'll need
So I got 4 right now.
So you'll spend 300 more gold, and everyone will have 2 regular healing potions.
And then give Scuzzy a one of my graders. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
I think Wingy's got a bunch of them too.
Yeah, I think he does have a few.
Should we check out with the priestesses there? And you spent time in the temple. Did you touch base with them? Oh, they hate you. That's right.
Yeah, I'm in the.
Oh, they hate you.
Yeah, they like hard, and you know they do. Nah, let's go back to Porkeel.
Okay. I will have 2 people do. Ooh, no, it's already afternoon, so just 1 perception check for today. So just 1.
1 perception, that is 19.
19. Yeah, things go smoothly on the way, but you will need to make camp.
About how far did we get?
You're a little under halfway. You probably didn't get out of town until like 2 in the afternoon.
What's the area around the road that we're at right around the time that we're going to be making camp? What's it look like?
It is fairly flat. Off to the northeast, you see a small forest, but it's about a mile away.
Darren's going to pop down and
Real quick, so we made it about halfway there, and that's with the increased speed,
Yeah, a little less than halfway.
or a little less than halfway because due to time. Well, guys, you know, I always heard that if you travel at night, there's less caravans on the road. You know, just some big trucks, but nothing really major. So,
If you want to keep traveling through the night, there will be a couple of checks that you'll have to make, and you'll probably be suffering exhaustion.
I'd prefer not to be exhausted, but that's your choice. I'm gonna hop off and join Theron off of the cart.
We make camp.
all right, sounds good.
Theron will stab the staff in the ground and lean up against the trunk of it and pass out.
Yep. As you plant it in the ground, after a few minutes, the tree grows, providing a light cover.
I'm gonna walk a little ways off from the tree, and then I'll start casting my tiny hut.
All right. Because we did a poor job of explaining it last time, how far away from the tree are you? Are you a little ways like 30 feet or a little ways like 5 feet?
I'll go like 30 feet away from the tree.
Okay.
Actually, 30 feet on the opposite side of the road. Not on the opposite side of the road, but like if it goes road, tree, I'm on the other side of the tree, like so further away from the road.
Like this?
I think it's right-ish.
Oh, okay. So you okay?
Like opposite if the tree's in the middle, opposite side of the road is where I'm putting the
Yeah,
dome.
when you said opposite side of the road, I thought you meant on the other side of the road.
Yeah, no. I said that at first, and I was like, no. I don't mean the opposite side of the road. I mean opposite of the road of the tree. I don't know. Words.
All right. So who is going to be in the fun dome?
I'll get in it for the casting.
Same.
I'm also gonna have my Gregory summoned when I cast it.
I don't know what that means.
I'm gonna have Gregory. I mean, not Gregory. Sorry, Gregory is the name of the owl in the other game. Spaz. The owl is
Okay.
going to be summoned when I cast it, so that the owl
I
can
don't know
go.
where the
through.
hell that thing is. It was right on the edge of the board somewhere.
It was dead for so many weeks.
There he is.
Bowl the owl.
You guys can stay in it, or you guys don't have to. It's up to you. I'm
Alright.
not forcing anybody, and I'm not making it a big deal this time.
Eric will be in.
Well,
and
I'm
he'll
staying
stay
in.
in there.
I'm staying in. I'm going to be in there for the casting because you're able to go in and out afterwards. So in case something
Correct.
happens.
So, just to be very clear on this spell, it was poorly explained last week, and then I didn't correct anyone, and I was making the joke about how the tiny hut is evil. So, the tiny hut, if you are in it while it is cast, you can pass freely in and out of it. You are not trapped inside of it. While you are inside of it, you can see out of it. While you are out of it, you cannot see into it. No spells can go either out of the hut or into the hut, nor can anybody who is not in it when it is cast go into it. So,
While I'm casting, can I have one of you look for goddamn fucking squirrels?
there's
Yeah.
a million squirrels. They're crawling all over your body.
I shoo out any squirrels.
I want to stay in until you finish casting.
Okay.
And then I'll set up my little bedroll under the stars next to the fire.
So the only person who cannot leave the tiny hut is Fitz.
Correct.
And he can leave, but that makes it disappear.
And the only person that can't get in is Theron.
That is correct.
The trunk of the tree. No idea. No, he has no idea what's happening.
All right. So who is doing watches? I need 3 watches for the night.
I'll do the first one.
I'll do
Real
second.
quick, where does it say that I can't walk out without it disappearing?
It's in
It
the
is.
actual description.
I'm
Yeah, it
looking at the description
says-
right now.
I'll find it.
Oh, the spell ends if you leave its area.
Yeah, the spell ends
That's
if you leave. Yep.
No, that's fine. I don't plan on leaving it. That just means like last week I didn't have to say that I was dropping it. It just dropped.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it would have just disappeared when you walked out. All right. So first watch is Bob Ricky. Second is
I'll take one.
all right, Scuzzy, and third is
I'll do the third.
Barry. All right. All right, Bob Ricky, go ahead and make a perception check.
That's an 8.
Okay. Your watch goes by uneventfully. Strem,
It's a 9.
9 is fine. So your watch passes also uneventfully. Barry, last watch.
12.
So for your watch, are you in the hut still, or are you out of the hut?
I'm gonna be basically patrolling around like this in the hut,
Okay.
toward like going out towards the road, but not leaving the tree.
All right. Why don't you pick a position?
Squirrels.
This fucking tree and squirrels.
Okay. So, most of the way through the evening, around a couple hours before sunrise, it begins to rain,
Oh,
and it extinguishes the fire. So, but besides that, things go well.
all right. I'll walk back into the hut.
Yep. In the morning, you guys can all eat the fruit off of the tree.
Is it still raining?
It is raining. And we'll get you guys back on the road. So, it is morning. You guys will probably have to travel until just a little bit after lunch. Uh, so let's do one roll for the morning. It's just a D20. I keep saying perception check. It's not a perception check. It's just a D20.
I'll do it.
Okay. I think me and Tile both rolled and then
Uh,
both looked at each other and then both said nothing.
Yeah,
Nat 20.
mine literally landed on this like edge. Do you see that? It's like split between 17 and 6.
Well, it
Hover
would
your
say what
hand
it's on.
over it.
That's 17. Whatever.
No, Bob Ricky rolled. Neither of us spoke up.
Yeah.
All right. 20. So, as you are passing, it is still morning, and let's have. Yeah, I'm gonna draw a cart. I'm gonna draw a less shitty cart.
Yeah, you need to find a piece for the cart.
We
Yeah,
had one, but it was
is
real
hard.
annoying.
Yeah, it was really bad. But that was just because I put a bunch of tables together. So Scuzzy is on Jorce and Bob Ricky is on his elk. Are you guys front, back, behind the wagon, in front of it?
I'll be in front.
Oh, I'm on the wagon.
Yeah, I meant the horse riders.
Oh, okay.
Scuzzy, those are the ones connected to the wagon. Do you want to be in front of the wagon or behind it or off to the side?
Just be off to the side right there.
All right.
Bowel is flying alongside us.
Okay.
Just keeping pace flying.
Go ahead. I'll have Bob Ricky and Barry and Eric make a perception check.
18.
A natural 1.
Well, Eric's isn't great either. So Bob, Ricky, you see. Actually, Bob, Ricky, you don't see anything. Sorry.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys are good. You are able to continue down the road. Yep.
All that drawing, no
I know.
climax.
Nope. I mean, it's a lot of blue balls for me. So you guys are able to make it back to Port Keel uneventfully.
And during that time, I would have handed Eric all of the papers from Mayor Tom.
Did you almost say Major Tom there?
I always say Major Tom. Actually, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've called him Major Tom for a while. And my first order of business in Port Keel is to go check out or find the wizard candidates.
Yeah. So when you guys get back to Port Keel, and you get into the keep, there are several people waiting. One of which is Egwin, and she comes as you guys come in. She comes and says that there are a couple of matters for you guys to check in on. The first of them being a tiefling that says he was sent by a friend of theirs. And she will lead you to the hall. And a tiefling with red skin, small horns, and a tail comes in. He is finely dressed, and he will introduce himself to the Baron, bowing, and he will say that his name is Helif Sarzan, and he has come to the call of Rodolfo, the gnome mage, and he is here to build his tower, take on apprentices, and do whatever sort of magical business his new baron shall require. Actually, hang on. Wingy will be back. We'll wait for Wingy to do this part. Just gonna forget that it's gonna come up in half hour or whatever.
When we were talking about blue balls?
Yeah. No, don't worry. I know. I keep forgetting that Wingy's not here.
The guy had spouts of diarrhea and ran away.
Yeah. In the middle of his talk, there will be another person come in, and it is a very old, small turtle. And he will interrupt the tiefling and ask Egwin if these are the people that he's been waiting for. She'll respond and she will say, I must introduce Elder Montangello. He has come searching for a stormwalker.
I look around at everyone. I'm like, is that me?
I'm not a stormwalker.
What do you tend to do when you find this Stormwalker?
So he walks up to Bob Ricky, and he is moving very slowly. He leans heavily upon a staff, and he looks up and down at you, stretching his neck up out of the shell, and he'll say, "You're not the one I seek, Dragonborn. But when I find him, we will conduct a ritual of the Furies."
Do I know what the Ritual of the Furies is?
Make a religion check.
Would I know?
Maybe you can make a religion check as well.
Is it something I would know growing up on the streets?
No.
So that would be a 14.
21.
It's
Uh,
breakdancing, guys. It's a breakdancing fight.
So neither one of you are really sure. Although Tile, you know that Talos is his pantheon that he is part of are called the Furies.
I'll just be like, I might be the one you're looking for.
Is
He
this the first
will-
time we've ever seen Theron this excited?
It might be. So Elder Montangelo is going to slowly walk over, and he will look you up and down, and he will ask, "Are you the servant of the Storm Lord?"
I'll nod. Very slowly while looking at everyone else.
He will nod gently and say, "Very well. Come with me. I have prepared a ritual
I'm gonna
in the
knock on his
courtyard."
Just
You're gonna knock on. Okay, just it's. I mean, it's a shell.
I like your shell. I think it's neat.
And he will motion for you to follow him, and he is going to slowly walk out of the Great Hall, out of the keep itself, and he will end up, if you're looking at the map, over here on this
Okay.
area.
How long does it take for him to walk there?
It takes him several minutes. Like he is not moving very quickly.
I put my arm around him. I'm like, "You're my buddy," and then we speed up.
Does that work when you're just walking? I thought that was just when you were mounted.
Nope. No matter what, you are sped up, mounted or on foot.
He will continue to walk slowly.
He's really heavy.
No, he's walking slowly.
So he's purposely walking slowly.
So, who is going to follow him?
Oh, I'm curious because I said he was my buddy, so that's why.
All right, so
I'm
we
interested too.
we
because
are over
Theron
here.
was excited.
I guess I'll be standing on this side. I don't know. I'll listen to him.
While watching, I'm gonna slowly be casting Tensor's floating disc.
Might want to cast that hut.
Should I? What do you guys say? Do you guys want some extra cover?
but then you'll be stuck in and won't be able to do anything.
Are you guys expecting a fight? I don't know if we're expecting a fight.
Eh,
Might be some sort of trial for
Let's
Theron. I don't know if
see
we're
where it
gonna have to
goes
join
first.
in. How about I turn and ask the turtle? Turtle, is there something that us spectators should be worried about this ritual?
He will just kind of stretch his neck out and turn towards you, and he'll say, "You have no part except except for viewing. You shall not interfere with the ritual."
No problem with that. Are we gonna be in danger outside of the ritual?
He'll look back to you and say, "I know not, because this is the first time this has taken place in my lifetime."
Will this harm you?
It may well. However, my goddess calls me to serve, and I obey.
Okay, I start casting Tensor's floating disk. Take my 10 minutes to do this while this is happening.
so, interesting thing. Just he gets double the pace, or no, it's just travel pace. Never mind. So I guess if he's not in combat, he gets, he can move fast.
He can.
He's walking slow because he's a slow man.
Oh no, I was talking about you during your trial.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so Elder Montangelo will say, "This is trial by combat between the Furies. From the caretaker of one goddess to the caretaker of a god. This is the challenge of Furies. Should you accept, we will face one another in combat here in the ritual area prepared." And as you guys look over, you see that these lines that are on the ground are a special kind of ground dust that appear to have been mixed with pigment. It appears just symbolic and not magical. But it is very carefully placed. Make a perception check. Anyone who cares to. Probably not Fitz.
I'm focusing
You're
on the
casting
ritual.
your spell. Yeah.
I rolled
Either I'm
a-
helping the turtle come back with us, or we're taking back his body.
I
5.
took a 20. I got a 23.
This is a perception check?
Yeah.
Natural 20, so 21.
All right. Anyone who got more than a 15 notices that even though the wind's blowing out here, this dust, this pigment dust, does not move. The dust is blowing around it, but the pigment on the field doesn't move. And the turtle will say, "By right of the goddess of fury, the sea bitch Umberly, I challenge you, champion of the Storm Lord, to trial by combat. Should you prevail, my items that I carry and the coin in my purse belong to you. And if I prevail, then your items are forfeit, and the coin owed to you belongs to me, and the goddess will be sedated."
Yeah, Theron, should give us your money real quick. Give it to Bob Ricky, he's trustful.
The turtle will ask if you accept this challenge.
I glance over to them and let me talk to my buddy real quick.
Okay.
And then I walk over to uh, Barry and I start like I have a tear in my eye, like, and I hand him my backpack and then I turn into a bear form and then I roar and I go stand on the picnic.
All right.
For the record, they said the gold owed to him, so you handing it off is still owed to you. So
It's okay.
I know it's okay. That's fine.
All right. So, go ahead and roll initiative.
Alrighty. 6.
Okay. So you'll go second. And he will take his staff and he will place it on the ground and he'll take his hands off of it. And as he does, the storm that has kind of been building and the gentle rain that's been falling, the wind begins to pick up and thunder crashes. And he will raise his hands to the sky and say, "For the honor of the sea bitch, I challenge you to combat to the death. I shall unleash the fury of waves against you. Should anyone interfere, both lives shall be forfeit." And with the last words, the thunder or the lightning strikes, and thunder crashes around.
Side note: did I finish my ritual while all that was happening? Because if I
Yeah, you have a floating disc.
I'm gonna sit underneath the disc while this is happening and watch it from underneath the disc. It floats 3 feet in the air.
All right, so
How much weight can your disc support?
500 pounds.
I'll sit on top of the disc and watch.
all right. As the thunder crashes, you see this old man turtle dart forward. He closes the gap before you can almost blink an eye, and he will hit you with his fist. 13.
Negative.
He will make a second strike, another 13. And then he will punch you again twice. That is a 16 and a 26.
The 26 hits.
All right. That is 8 damage. Sorry, 9 damage. And then he will ease back and lean on his staff. And it is your turn.
I'm going to do a double claw attack on him. So I got 15 and 16.
They both miss.
Fuck. And that's all I can do, I guess. Sir. So.
All right.
Actually, I'm gonna step back 5 feet, right there.
Okay. He will. He's going to disappear. And he reappears behind you. And he gets advantage on his first attack this round. 19.
That hits.
That is 9 damage. He's going to attack you again. Oh, that's only a 15.
It's not hit.
And he is done.
Then I'll look at him, and I will do another double claw attack.
All right.
So I got a 22 and a 19.
Those both hit.
All right. That's what, 2d6. Yeah, 2d6. And that would be 12 damage to lightning.
Okay. All right. He is going to make an attack. Well, he'll make 2 attacks. And he'll miss. And he will make an additional 2 attacks. One will hit.
Yeah.
All right, that's not bad. For 10.
All right.
And you can go.
All right. I'm going to do another double claw attack. Ah, fuck. Rolled a 1 and an 8. So that would be a 1 and 13.
Those will both miss. And
Percentage.
Yep, roll percentage.
So what is that? A 2?
A 2?
Yes. God damn it.
Oh, that's fine. The low ones aren't all bad.
Try rolling
so-
100.
And you can't drop a weapon. Like,
Yeah, you fall
fucking slow.
prone.
Laying on your bear tummy.
but that means he has advantage on you.
It
Yeah.
does. So he is going to do 2 attacks with advantage. The one is a 25 and the other is a 20.
Yep. Those both hits.
For 16. And then he's going to make 2 more attacks. One is a crit, and the other one is 23.
Okay. Yep.
20 damage.
Okay.
And then it's your turn.
I'm going to cast Shocking Grasp on him since I was popped out of my form.
Okay.
Oh fuck. Let's see. That would be a 13.
So as you reach for him, a bolt of lightning strikes down onto your body and travels from you into him. So Shocking Grasp will hit. What's the damage?
It is.
I think it's upgraded damage because we're at a higher level. I'd have to double check that, but I think so. So I'd take a look at the ability.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now.
I think at level 5 the dice double. So 2d8.
Yeah, 2d8.
Okay.
So that's 8 plus 3. 11, 13 damage. Can I do my Storm Conduit at this
Yeah.
level?
Your
So
what?
can I?
Is it on your sheet, right?
Yeah, it's another d8 damage. Storm Conduit. So I'm at 13 up plus 3, so 16 damage.
16 damage. All right. He is going to. He'll attack you twice. All right. So the first one's a crit.
The other one was a failure.
Yeah, it's a 1. So you take 18. And then he has to roll percentage. So that is 30. All right. He's going to use his bonus to come over here. And it is your turn.
When he moved, did Theron get an attack of opportunity?
No, he disappeared from in front of Theron and reappeared over here on this side.
I'll just speak from the sidelines. That's a quick ass turtle.
And then Theron's up.
So I'm gonna cast 3rd rank Cure Wounds on myself. So that's
Okay.
3d8 plus 4. Your d8 food. Thanks. That's 13 HP I get.
All right.
And then as my bonus, I'm gonna turn into a
Okay.
A pansy?
pansy.
All right. At the beginning of his turn, you see the rain wash over him. And you notice that he seems to be stronger.
He blessed the rains down in Africa.
You know he did.
Get rid of-
What's that?
Get rhythm on it.
He did. And he will just stand there and wait. And end his turn.
Would you say he's patiently defending?
He's definitely being patient.
I'd like to do a little prayer, quick prayer to Talos and ask him for guidance.
Okay. Make a religion check.
I'd like to thank the Academy.
So that would be a 24.
Okay. And then what?
I'd like to ask like how I can overcome this, or if there's anything that I'm not seeing.
So in the distance behind you, there are 3 lightning strikes in quick succession. Just. But there is no message besides that.
All right.
I mean, it's still your turn.
Okay. Then do having no idea what that meant. I'm going to, I guess, pounce on him.
Okay.
So that would be a 19 plus
19
5.
hits.
Okay. And then he'll need to do the what is it? Dex check.
All right. Uh, 16.
16. Yeah, that makes it.
All right.
And then so I get 1 bite attack or claw attack rather. So that's 4. That would be 10 damage to lightning and
All right.
bludgeoning.
Okay. He is going to make 2 attacks here. 17, 18.
They both hit.
All right. That is 22 damage. And you need to make a strength save.
So that's a 17.
You make it. And he is done.
Am I able to do a bite attack and a claw attack?
Yeah, I believe you have multi-attack.
Yeah. I just wasn't sure if I had to do both claw or I could switch it up.
Yeah, you could do one of each.
So that would be a 15
15 misses.
and 7.
7 also misses. He will hit you twice. He will hit you twice. Uh, 19 damage. And then he will draw his arms in and pull his staff to his chest. And the rain will wash over him. And he is finished.
Okay, then I'm going to run back here into the lightning area.
Mhm.
And
He'll take an attack as you go. 23 will hit
all right.
for 8 damage. His turtle arms aren't inside, like he's holding his staff up to his chest.
Oh, okay.
I misread that.
Yeah, the way it sounded is that
Oh,
he brought
okay.
his arms
Sorry.
inside. It sounded like he brought his arms into his shell.
I got it. So if you don't want to run, then you don't have to. So, yep.
I'm gonna just do the same thing, bite and slash.
Okay.
All Theron knows how to do. That's a 16 and a unnatural 20.
20 hits.
Where's my D4? That's a D6.
What do you have that does a D4?
The claw. Isn't the
Oh,
claw?
you're big. It should be a D6.
Oh. That's 3, 4, 2. So that would be 9 damage. 2 lightning.
9 damage. Okay.
I'll hold 5 gold at the berry and say, Theron's probably gonna die. You want to take that bet?
No, because you're right. Theron's probably going to die. But I'll take it anyways.
All right. So Montigello, he will hold his arms out to the side, and then bring them back in, holding the staff with both hands. And Theron, I need you to make a strength save as a wall of water comes up from the ground.
That would be a 13.
13 is not good enough. You are pushed back, and he will move up to here. And that is it for him.
Can I drink a health potion? No, I don't have my health potions. Fuck.
You're a cat.
Yeah. So I'm gonna step back 5.
Mhm.
And then I can cast Shocking Grasp in cat form, right? Or is that at a higher level? That's at a higher level, isn't it?
So when you're in animal forms, you can't cast spells, but you spend spell slots to heal. It's part of your wild shape.
I thought that was Circle of the Moon that gave you that.
He's mostly Circle of the Moon.
Ah, okay. Basically, the only thing you didn't get is the upgraded CR level.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he traded CR stuff, and there's one other thing he didn't get for just a couple of lightning-y abilities. But I believe...
Yeah, you can do a hit dice per spell slot as a heal.
Yeah. It's under combat wild shape. As a bonus action, you can expend a spell slot to regain 1d8 HP per level of the spell slot expended.
So level 2 has a potential of 16 health, Theron.
I'm gonna do a level 2 one.
Okay.
That would be a 7.
All right. But that's your bonus action. You can still act and move.
Can I can't punch in that direction. So I'm gonna move back forward and then do a double swag at him, I guess. Since I was
Okay.
why'd I roll those two? I don't know why I rolled these two. Ah shit. So that's a 18 and whatever just rolled into here.
18 hits.
I don't know what the other one hit.
It went inside the cube of darkness.
Oh.
So is he a CR1 cat?
Say again?
Is he a CR1 cat right now? Seeing as how he's...
Yes.
So Tile, your first attack, your bite should be a D10, and your claw should be a D8 for damage.
D8 and D10.
Those are
Okay.
bigger than D6s.
Those
Yeah,
are
they are.
bigger than D6s. That's why I wanted to double check. And actually, that's a perfect cat for you to turn into because it's a crag cat and it came out of Storm King's Thunder book.
So they'll both hit since they're both 18.
Yep.
We got 16. And I add my strength modifier with the org of gauntlets on, right? I've been doing that, right? Or do
Yep.
I do the dex? Okay, so 16 plus 4 plus 4, so 24 damage, 4 lightning damage.
All right.
Hey Geoff, is that that cat sheet accurate for Tile's character?
I mean, yeah, it could be. Yeah.
I think it's the only cat that's a CR1, so I wanted to give that to Tile. Would he get the abilities that that cat has?
Yeah.
Again, I just want to make sure that he has the best chance that he's got. There's also a lion too, but you said cat.
Yeah.
Definitely. I'm the Craig cat.
Okay, so make sure you know that ability too. That should help you.
So he is going to teleport behind you here. And with his first attack, that is a 19.
That hits.
That's 9 damage. Second attack is a 15.
That does not hit.
He will make 2 additional attacks here. They'll both miss as well. And as he misses his last attack, the lightning strikes down again behind him. And it is your turn.
I'm gonna cast. No, I shouldn't cast anything from here. Um. I'm gonna step back and I'm gonna cast third rank cure wounds.
As a cat, or are you gonna do?
I got knocked out of cat form.
Oh shit! And that's your last transform, so you're stuck in Theron form.
Yep. So let's see. It's 3. That's D10. There's me. Oh wow. So that's 11 plus 4, 15. I get to heal up for it.
Okay. He is going to advance, make 2 attacks. That misses, but the first one hits. That is 7 damage. He will make 2 more attacks. 19 hits.
Yeah.
And another 7 there. And the rain just begins to fall harder. And it is your turn.
Um. Gonna try to. I will do shocking grasp on him.
Okay.
Oh wow. So that would be a plus 7, so it would be 15. Miss.
15 misses. You can see this old turtle is starting to look pretty tired, but he's still going to make 2 attacks against you.
The 26 and
The
20.
one might hit. Yeah, 26 and 20.
They both hit.
That is 20 damage.
I died.
You're down?
Yeah.
Perfect. So he raises up his staff, and as he goes to strike you, 3 bolts of lightning fork down into it. And it pierces your chest. And as it does, you have this hole in your right in your sternum. And the lightning courses through you, and everything goes black. And you find yourself in the palm of this massive man. He is wearing an eye patch. He has a beard. And he is looking at you. And he laughs. And he says, "Is this what is to become of my champion?"
I don't respond. I just look down. I don't make eye contact.
You hear another voice off to the side, deeper, very calm. And it says, "If he still chooses to serve, he may yet have purpose."
Serve what?
The man with the eye patch looks down and brings the hand up, so he is at eye level with you as you begin to stand in the palm of his hand. And he says, "Before you were simply a servant, but if you will become dedicated to champion my desires, you may yet regain your life."
I'm gonna, I guess, grovel to my knees and tell him, okay, what does he need?
He will look into your eyes and say, "It will be made known at the appropriate time." And with that, he drops you out of his hand. You fall for an endless amount of time in the abyss, and you see things go past, things that you've seen before. The world in fire, with mountains broken and crumbling to the ground. You see the rivers break their banks and begin to spill over, flooding the lands. You see rents tear in the earth and magma flowing up from beneath them. And you hear voices laughing, massive, from all sides. You stand up, and your friends see as you stand up with this staff of the turtle jutting out of you, and you raise your staff above his head, and you drive it down through his neck into the shell. As you do, lightning strikes it, and strikes it again and strikes it a third time. And as it strikes the third time, the staff shatters and a wave of force blows everyone back. Everyone is knocked back 10 feet. You are driven back, and you are unconscious.
Whee!
I hand Barry 5 gold,
Why, thank you.
and I'll walk up and I'll spit on Theron.
Is this like a pit or is this like a flat ground?
This is flat ground.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Theron, you regain 4 health and you lose 2 from your maximum HP until a long rest.
All right, am I conscious?
You are. The first thing that you are conscious of when you wake up is a throbbing in your chest. And you look down and you see your tunic is ripped. The one that you just had made of your special cloth.
I knew it'd come in handy.
And as you look down and you place a hand to where the throbbing is, you feel a lot less resistance than you expected. And you look, and there is a hole in your chest. It goes all the way through. Skin has healed over the inside. It is about 3 inches in diameter. No, not 3 inches. It's about 2 inches in diameter. And there are scar lines where the flesh tore, ripping out from it.
Okay.
You are permanently down 1 constitution.
Okay.
Do I notice this hole?
Yeah, you would probably notice a hole in his body, yeah. Also, the Staff of the Wilderness is destroyed.
All right.
The tree.
Don't worry, Bob Ricky, he's holy now.
Can Fitz take constitution damage?
God, I wish.
We all know what happens when I take constitution damage.
Kids die.
Well, what?
You don't know.
No, I don't.
So, as you stand up, you see that there are large chunks of turtle shell on the ground. And as you look, you see that most of the upper body is just ruined. The face is gone.
All that survived was the staff he got penetrated with.
No, that staff is broken. Most of it is missing.
Is there chunks of turtle?
Well, you said that the
There
bottom
are-
half of the
there are
turtle was
chunks
still
of
there,
turtle.
so I assumed his staff was still there.
The staff was in Theron.
Not the staff I'm talking about.
My staff was obliterated.
Waste not, want not. Who wants turtle soup?
This was a being.
Yeah, just as much as a cow is a being, a pig is a being. So
He talked to us.
if I put my hand on an animal, it talks to me.
I'm looking around. Do I see any pieces large enough to even make a soup?
Oh yeah, definitely. Most of the torso, the bottom part of the torso, the lower body is still intact.
Theron, have you already gotten up, or do you want me to help you up?
Theron's gonna need help up. He's in like shock right now.
He,
I will hold out my hand and offer it to you to help you up. Though I'm really only helping you up to your knees because I'm tiny.
it's the spot that he's most accustomed to.
He'll
Probably
grab your
true.
hand and get up to his knees.
So, you see.
Can we take it?
That-
Is his shell gone and destroyed?
Most of the shell is broken. There are a few pieces that are about the size of a small plate, and then the bottom. I'd say the bottom half is still whole.
Don't worry, Theron. You get all of his stuff, but it looks like it's all exploded. Exploded.
I mean, we could also turn the last portion of the shell into a shield.
Winnie, I think your resurrection stick has 2 charges, by the way.
I'd like to just is my dragon armor destroyed too?
No. It it is not.
Is there a big hole in the dragon armor, or was it just not there?
It pushed apart the interlocking scales when it went through, but you can rearrange them.
Okay. So did everyone see the hole or something? Does everyone see the hole then?
I mean, anyone who is kind of looking could have noticed something, but probably not anyone who wasn't looking close.
Notice that he doesn't have a heart anymore.
He still has a heart.
Oh, so just no sternum.
Right.
Or, so how does that work? I mean, that kind of holds things together. You know what? God's not going to question
Magic.
it.
So, Tile, as you are looking around and getting a sense of this battlefield, you see that the blue lines on this side of the field have started to wash away. The outer lines, the different colors of the dirt, they are also washing away, but the yellow lines that are the symbol of Talos are still there.
I just nod in satisfaction. I was like, I did good.
You almost died. I almost lost 5 gold pieces.
It's all part of my plan.
To be precise, you did die. Yeah.
So
But he died more.
He did. He died more. Tile, as you are kind of surveying, you see in the center of the middle lightning bolt on your side of the field, there is a necklace and a small gem.
I'll go over and pick them up.
Okay.
And I'll don the necklace without inspecting it.
Seems good.
'Cause that's what Theron would do.
It's exactly what Theron would do.
I mean, it's from your god, so I guess it's sort of safe.
It's not from his god.
My god gave me a big dick hole. So I'm still a service.
So the necklace is the insignia of claws. You can find it on the website.
Okay.
And yeah, so yeah, before you were interrupted by the old now dead turtle.
The mage is done pooping.
Yeah, the mage is still waiting in the Great Hall. And as you return, he welcomes you back with a bow to the Baron. And he says, I trust that whatever business had to be taken care of was dealt with.
Myrtle. Murder. Murder of the turtle.
Myrtle.
He was mean. He wasn't my friend.
It was a legitimate trial by combat, so no murder, really.
But there's plenty of meat for soup.
Yeah, I mean, technically there would be. So the tiefling will turn to Eric, and he will say, as I mentioned before, my name is Helif Sarzan. I am a skilled mage, and I have answered the summons put out by a friend of yours, Rudolfo the gnome, who currently resides in Mirren. He said that the new seat practitioner of the arcane arts, and I have answered your liege.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance.
He'll bow to you again. He says, I have passed the last day or so making myself acquainted with your keep and the city, and passed some time speaking with your fiance. And
Hopefully she was
Oh, yep.
delightful.
Oh, quite. I found her company quite enjoyable. She is a small practitioner of the art as well, and we were able to pass time speaking of such things. And he pulls out a paper from a small folio he's holding. He hands it to you and says that it's a contract. And this binds him to remain in good standing with the kingdom, and you remain in good standing with the people. Uh, Part of this contract is that you allow him to, although it will be no more than 3. He requests that you provide materials and 2 assistants for the construction of a tower somewhere on the lands near the keep. And there is the rest of it is he will provide any magic services you require. He will act as your advisor and confidant, and he will provide magical assistance during times of war.
Very good. I agree to the terms.
Very well. He will provide another piece of paper. He is requesting 500 gold worth of a worked oak, 1,000 gold worth of stone, of any white stone, and then 5,000 gold worth of marble.
Can you repeat those, please?
500 of worked oak, 1,000 of white stone, 5,000 of marble. And he will tell you that should you procure these ingredients, he will have the tower ready in a week's time.
Impressive. I'll talk to my treasurer and see what I can do.
Very well, and until then, your lady has provided me rooms within the keep. Should you require anything from me, you have but to call.
Thank you very much, good Sir Mage. You're very welcome.
And so, because he is your dude, I'm going to link you his character sheet.
Can I approach him and ask him if he happens to have any scrolls on his person for low-level rituals that I might be able to procure off of him?
Is now the right time for that, Fitz?
Is there something else pressing happening?
That is his sheet. He doesn't have any scrolls, but
Could he make them if I give him the materials?
I'm trying to see which rituals he has. Here it is. He'll tell you that he could do detect magic, unseen servant, and those are all of the low level ones that he has. He'll say that he could show you detect magic or unseen servant, but everything else in his repertoire is too great for you to comprehend right now.
I'll take a detect magic if he could make one of those. How long does that take for him to make one?
He will.
Or to teach me. I think he can actually just teach it to me.
Yeah. He will provide you with a scroll. If you give him the materials, he'll provide you with a scroll on the morning of tomorrow.
Okay. See, that's all it was, Wayne. That's all I wanted to know.
My character literally fell asleep when you were talking about that.
All right.
That would have been like 11 seconds.
I was managing it all in real time.
So, you got the wizard, you killed the turtle, you talked to the rogues. Oh, okay, so after you talked to the rogues, Scuzzy, you got a letter, you said you gave that to Wingy. But it was okay that you didn't read it until now. Wingy Scuzzy also told you, I think, Scuzzy, that you told him about the information gathering network.
Nope.
I was wrong. Okay.
Yeah, I think I had a letter for the Baron, and then there was some other paperwork that we got from the mayor for the Baron.
Yeah, I already handed that to him in the travels down.
I'll hand him the letter as well.
Is this letter like actually written out on a card, or is it just an item that you can describe to me?
It's just an item. So this
I open
letter,
it up and read it.
yep, it is sealed with wax and the symbol of the lily, and it says, "Baron, sorry, hang on, I do have it written down here in real life. Baron, I hope that this letter finds you in good health. My name is Lord Darkeye, and I am a member of the Cowl. But fear not, for the Cowl provides many services to the leaders of our world. My servant, Strem, is part of your group. I am his patron, and he will be providing assistance to you through means that I have provided. In an effort to show good faith, I will provide you with a piece of information. There are a number of orcs amassing to the south, and while not on your border, certainly it would look well before the king were you to take care of this issue. And he will indicate on a small but drawn map that they are south of the river here. They are in the forest in Bel Arbor.
So that whole area is a forest?
Yeah.
But they're in that corner underneath, yeah, to the east of the river.
Yep.
Okay.
Ooh, nope, sorry, it's to the west of the river.
Oh,
I got mixed up. I was looking at it upside down.
Wait.
wait, no.
Side up.
I think
So
you were
it's near-
actually.
Yeah, it's near the B. It's near the capital B.
Okay.
So that is east. Yeah. No, you were.
I was right. I was right, but I was looking at it upside down.
I was looking at it upside down too. I was looking at Europe right side up.
So confused.
It's by the big B. By the big B.
Is that Balarb, like macabre? The R is silent.
Yeah, Bel Arbor. Which you are familiar with, because this is the area in which the elves live.
I don't think you're allowed to go down there, Wingy or Eric.
Who's Wingy? But no, I don't think I am either.
I think it's his owl.
It would be suicidal.
Maybe we should arrange for messengers at our south border so that if we see any orcs crossing the border, that we can be alerted immediately.
Or we could just take a party down and finish them off ourselves.
I
Damn
am
the
for that.
elves.
We need to get rid of these orcs as soon as possible.
My beloved has been running the barony in my stead for a little bit of a time now. She's doing a good job. I don't see a reason why I should have to step in and take over when we have threats amassing at our border.
My concern is regarding how the king of your lands treated you during the trial. I'm concerned of us going down there into your homelands because of that. I think
He's no king of mine.
once we leave the barony, though, I think you will be at his mercy.
Hashtag not my king.
Hashtag let's
Resist.
go. I'm all up for orc hunting, so let's do this.
I turn to Strem and I whisper in his ear, "Can your informants keep us in the know of the movements of the elves in Balarb?"
I have to find out if they're here.
They're not yet. It's only been about a day, and you don't expect them for another.
2 to 4 or something like that.
Am I aware they're moving to town yet? Did you tell me that?
No, but I can tell you right now.
Okay, because I'm having cognitive dissonance because I already heard it from people in chat, and so I'm like, what don't I know?
Yeah, there should be a human, a half elf, and a gnome that'll arrive here in a couple days. They're the informants, the couriers.
Your call, Eric. I'll follow you. I think we should be wary of those elves, though.
We definitely should be wary of the elves, but we should also think of the amount of praise from our king if we were able to go down and defeat this threat before it became an issue with the good citizens of Ossos.
Does Barry have any bum friends here that can watch out for the elves for us?
I don't think we've started the bum fight stuff yet. The MMA community.
Nah, we haven't started that one up. I'm letting the town build up some more before I start bringing in the riffraff to fight inside the pit.
The what?
Basically, there's not a big enough population to throw money at it. So let's get the port kill larger.
The pit is the name of the bar that he bought.
Yep.
Oh, I thought there was actually like a pit, like a fighting pit.
Oh no, there is a pit in the basement, but it's called the pit because of the pit.
All right. So, what do you guys want to do?
Which spot did I buy again?
10, I think.
Yeah, I think.
No, 10 is the mayor's house.
Yeah, 10 is the marriage. Somewhere
it's
it's one of
this
these
one.
ones. 16.
I think it's 16. I'll
Yeah.
I'll check to make sure.
Yeah, I know I bought one of these houses in this area right here to open up a bar and create.
Well, it was a bar, and then it got trashed.
Ah,
and
yes.
You restored it.
Yep. Can I need to check on the progress.
I think
No,
that
you what's up?
I think that you have pretty well restored it. You haven't hired anyone to work there, so it's not open yet. You don't have like any supplies or anything either. But
have
the
the
work
and
is
keg.
complete. You have the big keg, but besides that, you have no food or
No food
other
or
alcohol.
staff. Okay, so I need to find a cook, some barmaids.
Food supplier.
Yeah, food supplier.
Probably just like a general innkeeper.
Yep. Okay. I need one ref though as well.
Yep. And then Wingy, after they are done, Egwin will tell you that the city council wished to speak with you once you were back as well.
Okay. Send out a messenger and say I will speak with them as soon as they're ready.
So they will come after dinner in the evening, and they're going to just inform you of the progress going around in the town. People getting relocated back to their homes, a few more people moving back, and a couple of new people coming in.
How was crime?
Has yet to be an issue. A couple of fights in the taverns, but nothing extensive. They'll push a few papers showing for homes to be rebuilt or new homes to be built on the eastern side of town. And the final thing they want to bring up is construction of walls. Not immediately around the city, but leaving plenty of room for new buildings and new homes to be built.
Absolutely. I think that's a great idea. Geoff, maybe you and I can speak about this kind of administrative stuff privately.
Sure. Yeah, they'll ask money and stuff. We'll talk about that later. But basically, if you say yes, you'll give them some money. Theron, that's where the druid lives.
I thought he died.
How much money is he asking for?
They could start if you had like 1,500.
Okay, just tell them to go to the treasurer and they'll receive their money.
Okay. They will hire some people and get some supplies started. They'll estimate that it will cost significantly more than that, but they can get things started for 15.
Is
Okay.
there a representative from the temple on the council?
There is.
Can I ask them how the temple's faring, how they're doing on their repairs?
So the representative from the temple is Misha Devi, who is that lady cleric. And she will inform you that over the last month, they have hired a few, or they have introduced a few new neonates. They have cleaned up the walls. They have torn down the miniature labyrinth in the basement and built new walls, keeping it from the tunnels that lead under the river.
Is that cave still
and-
up there?
Yeah, the cave is still there. That's where they walled off that area, so the cave no longer connects to the temple.
Fight Club.
That family, that cleric and hunter, they left, didn't they?
They had headed out, but they are back.
I tell the group, I'm like, so if you guys don't want lightning to strike everywhere, how about we build a temple to Talos, or the Fury God? 'Cause that's what they know him by, I guess now.
She is not very welcoming to that idea. The Furies, she will inform you, are evil gods.
Well, aren't we all evil inside?
No.
Oh,
I'll
No.
speak to Theron in his mind, and I'll be like, maybe Wingy will give you a portion of the keep ground so that you can make your own temple.
I just nod my head. So they probably think I'm just nodding to them, like, yeah.
Turn, what are you doing? Why do you move your head so?
I was just nothing. Just agreeing with them.
Nothing, Mom.
God.
Mom. Oh, it's just agreeing that we're not all evil. God. And with that, there are a few other small things going on. Shops, this and that. But the meeting ends after a couple of hours. And as you pass into nighttime, the council returns to their homes, to the temple.
When they spoke of shops, did they mention if there was a magic shop that had come in, or any shop that may have magical items or procurement?
They did not. So it is night. Is there anything that anyone wants to do before they sleep?
I'll go pray at the Temple of Sylvanas. And I'll stay near there for the night. Instead of in the keep.
So no, that's you would probably just go hang out with the druid at 27.
Yeah, that's where I wanted to go. Just kind of stay there for the night. Reflect.
Does the druid hate me?
He does not.
I'm gonna go there too. But like, can I sleep in your trees? As he
Yeah,
chokes.
he'll let you.
I have my own room in the keep, right?
Probably.
Baron.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you notice that the keep, so the area in the front has been almost completely rebuilt now. The it's not exactly the same, but they're doing their best to make it look appropriate and nice. So yeah, there's plenty of room in the keep.
Oh, there was one thing that I wanted to do. I wanted to actually try to find Scuzzy at a time where or Strem when he's not surrounded by anybody else. Like near the end of the night, if he takes leave in a room or anything like that, I wanted to approach him in secret.
For sex. I get it. Go ahead. Unless Scuzzy is avoiding you.
Yeah, what's up?
You're talented in poisons, are you not?
A little bit.
Along with the Baron.
If there's time, is there a chance that you might be able to teach me?
I suppose so.
I feel like that is a skill that is far too underutilized, and I would very greatly appreciate any training that you might be able to give me in learning that skill, in making, brewing, and applying and keeping poisons.
Is that something I can do, Geoff?
Yeah.
Okay, and we'll do that.
All right. Anything else before bed?
Nope.
Just gonna have some turtle soup.
All right.
When I am going to sleep, I am going to pick if the room is large enough, I'm going to pick a corner of the room and actually cast my tiny hut inside of my room.
Yeah, you could do that. So the evening passes uneventfully. You are secure in the city. And you are free to pass through the night. In the morning, you wake up. Those of you who are in the keep wake up to the smells of breakfast cooking. Those of you who are in the forest are dry, I guess. I don't know.
Woken up to the smell of shit.
Animals are there. You like it.
Well, you shouldn't have picked the tree underneath Theron while he's sleeping.
He sleep poops.
Where are these voices coming from?
He loves pooping. All right, so you can eat breakfast. Kind of get ready, and then you have the day.
I'd like to ask around for what those shops are selling. Like what the shops are. Are they general stores? Are they food stores? Like what are the shops that are open in town now? Like while we're sitting down to eating. I assume that his fiance is there.
Okay, so the shops are open. Our number 11 is a tailor. 14 is a carpenter.
Oh, where's the dwarf at?
After you guys, so you said you gave him the pick?
Yeah, we're giving him the pick.
He is headed off, or he headed off to the north yesterday.
Can somebody refresh my memory about what the deal was with him and his crew?
They are miners. They have found some ore on the land, precious metals and other ores, and they offered. I mean, they offered their services to you. You'll earn a portion of the money they sell, or the money for the ore they sell, and you can have first pick of the metals and the items that they dig up.
Do they have like craftsmen with their troop of miners or just miners?
They are just miners. However, number 15 is a blacksmith. Jordan, your in is number 16, like I thought.
Okay.
And that is it. So there is a tailor, a carpenter, a blacksmith, and then and number 7 is just a general goods store.
Should we get a alchemy store going?
If you can find an artisan.
I mean, I'm pretty good at alchemy, if I don't say so myself.
But you couldn't run a store because you're not gonna be here.
You also shouldn't say so yourself.
Hey guys, I'm really good at being tall, if I say so myself.
Remember that time I made tea and didn't poison anybody? You're welcome.
It's funny because Jordan isn't tall.
I know.
That's why it's a joke.
Did I provide the tiefling with the materials that he needed for the spell, the scroll?
Yeah.
Okay. How much do I need to pay for that?
It's is it 100 gold per level?
Oh, that's for copying it into my book. Like I'm asking about how much I need to pay for this
Oh, right.
materials for the scroll.
The materials for the scroll. It's a first level spell, so it's common. So it's 100 gold for the scroll.
Okay. So I'll just take down 200 gold, and in the morning I'm gonna spend time and put that into my book.
Okay. Yeah, it'll take you 2 hours in the morning to do that.
Can you tell me which numbers are the blacksmith, the tailor, and the carpenter, please?
Yeah, I got him. 11 tailor, 14 carpenter, 15 blacksmith, 16 the pit, which is Barry's Inn, and 7 general goods.
Wasn't number 5 in there somewhere? I forget.
No.
And I'm stupid. Thank you. Food, we need to make like a Google Docs that's like shared between us all with all the notes. Because I don't know what I missed. I don't even know how we got from Mirren to here.
You rode.
Very fast travel.
Squirrels attacked us on the way.
It rained.
Were there any revenants in the squirrel party?
Nope, no revenants. We scared away all scrolls, or squirrels this time.
Squirrels.
You and I were again the only one that slept in the dome, but everybody did sit in the dome while I cast it, so that they could.
Oh no, other people slept inside the dome. Only Bob, Ricky, and Theron actually stepped outside. Yeah, and I went out when walking around and doing my patrol is the only time I actually went outside.
So I asked Strem while we're eating. You're with us, right, in the keep? Is this correct?
Yeah.
First, I want to offer you the job of Master of Whisperers.
Sure, I'll take it.
Comes with a fancy title and an honest wage.
The only problem is you have to be castrated.
I wasn't going to tell him that part until later, but you had to blow it.
Physically or chemically?
Both.
No, Barry has to blow it.
And I would like to know if you could somehow arrange for regular intelligence being delivered to us while we're en route to the southern border, to Balarb.
I've got some guys coming in a couple days that could probably do that job for us.
Excellent. I'll just let you arrange the arrangements. I guess that's the best way I can put it. Arrange the arrangements, Master of Whisperers.
Do you have
And,
jobs for all of us, or
I will in time. We'll go as we, or I'll give them out as we go. Right now, I think we should go find those orcs as soon as possible. So, should we get provisions and tie up loose ends here? I'll of course go make a generous donation to my treasury so that things can move along here. So, Geoff, I give a total of 8,000 gold to the treasury to disperse to build the mage tower and to help the denizens of Port Keel.
Okay.
So
there should be 1,000 left after they take what was asked for. No, it was 5, 1, 5,000. So that's 65, and then 15 is 8,000 exactly.
yeah, so
Okay.
I can leave extra. I can leave like an extra 1,000 just in case something else
Okay.
comes up and we're out of range. So I'll
All right,
put 9,000 in my
and
treasury.
Okay, and there was 1,500 in there.
Oh, well then I'll just add the extra 1,000 anyway.
Okay, so you've got 2,500 left, which is fine because they're going to need more for the walls and stuff anyway.
Yeah, I just think we can pay as we go with that because they're not
Yep.
going to have it all built instantly. Let me update my coin and D&D Beyond, please.
D&D Beyond.
before we leave, I'd actually like to make a visit to the ranger and cleric family.
Okay.
Also, what's the travel time between Port Keel and Mirren for normal people?
For normal people, not riding horses, it's going to take 4 days.
Okay, I'd like to dispatch a courier to go to Mirren and find out if that general or if that like magical goods store has acquired any more of those gems.
Okay.
Or sorry, I keep forgetting a week is 10 days. Like,
Yep.
wait until a week and then go.
All right.
I guess we should have asked while we were there.
He did.
It wasn't going to be ready anyway.
It was the next day.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
the next day, so.
Oh,
That's
I
good.
didn't know he had asked the day before, sorry.
Yep, and you asked for horseshoes.
Yeah, I wanted to get another set so we can have 2 horses like Jor's. Or have 1 more horse like Jor's.
Okay. All right. So
What is today's date?
$14.
It's payday.
So, Wingy, you put in your order on the 11th. They put in theirs on the 12th. Got back on the 13th. Now it's the 14th.
Okay. So yeah, dispatch that courier on the 17th, and they'll arrive on the 21st or 22nd.
Well, a courier would have a horse, so it would only take them like 2 days.
Well, then, just
Then
have
on
him
the-
arrive on the 21st.
I can do that.
All right. And then, Scuzzy, do you want to be paid every week, or what do you want to be paid for this Master of Whispers? You're going to need money to bribe people, is what it was saying.
Yeah, weekly would probably be good.
All right. I'll do it. Let's see. Hang on. Every 5th day of the week.
All right. So, traveling from Port Keel to the area indicated on the map, some of it is going to be tougher terrain because it will be through a forest. So you wouldn't be able to ride like you would on a road. It's going to take you 3 days, 1 day on horse and then 2 on foot to get to the area.
That's increased
And-
speed.
Yeah, that is with increased speed. Because normally it would have taken like 5.5 or 6. And then so for 3 days, let's do. Everyone roll a d20. We'll see if we hit any random encounters.
18.
16.
15.
17.
9.
15, 16, 17, 18.
9.
9.
No, we are good. Long-term travel only has a couple of hits. So, you make it to the forest, and you guys set up kind of a baseline camp. From here, we're gonna need to go out looking, making survival checks to see if you can find any tracks, follow any trails. You could make we're gonna do a quick 5 because I gotta piss like a racehorse, and then we'll be back. And if you guys think that you could do something with one of your checks, you could say, "Oh, hey, I'd like to do a insight check to see if the moss is growing on the right side of the tree," or whatever. I'll do a nature check to see if any of the trees are cut down or something. But you guys get to sell it, and I will be back. It probably won't take me 5. I just really gotta pee.
For the record, Eric, it's not that I want a title. It'd be nice to have something to do.
All right, little finger.
Scuzzy is, well, he's technically Varys.
Can I drink and not know things?
Sure.
I could totally manage a whorehouse if that's what you want.
For Tile, we'll just chop off his dick, force him to eat it, and then he can be your slave.
Wait, what? I already have a fucking hole in my chest.
So a hole down below will be just fine.
I missed that whole fight. You have a hole in your chest?
Yeah, there's a 2-inch diameter hole throughout my entire chest, like you could like see through it. And it's
you're
like,
alive?
yeah, it's healed over and scarred and everything like that.
Were you like blasted with
Lightning
the fuck?
and the spear, but it was a spear of lightning.
Was your like stomach blood in there? Like
I was gonna
the
die.
perfect plug.
Like I think I was gonna die. Like I don't know. I'm really bad at this game apparently, and I failed the trial. Lost the staff of wilderness, but I became the god of fury's little bitch, and that's about it. Oh yeah, I got a necklace of awesomeness. Let's see, it's the insignia of claws. Getting a +1 bonus to attack rolls and damage rolls with natural weapons or unarmed strikes. And my attacks are now magical.
So you got your ass kicked. The god whom I hate with a huge passion has made you his bitch, and I should be happy about this.
You don't know he made me his bitch though. Just
You
all
just told me.
well, I thought I was telling you like out of character.
Oh,
All right.
It was openly discussed who his god was, though.
Yeah.
It was.
why are you in my party?
Haven't you realized this all along?
No.
I'm just gonna stare at him.
I'll be watching you. And I stare back.
With every move you make.
Me and Tyler having a stare off.
Yep. So it is the morning of the 18th. It is day 1. So you guys can make a check. You get to pick what check. All you have to do is kind of sell it as, hey, I'm doing this because of that.
I'm gonna go in panther form, and I'm going to do, I guess, check on smell.
Is there any animals around?
Probably not like immediately around.
For the record, Tile, panther is actually like a quarter challenge
I need to
rating
do that.
animal. Most cats have the keen senses. I just want to make sure that you choose the right cat.
I want to go searching for an animal.
Okay. Make a survival check.
So the Craig cat can do keen smell.
Let me double check.
That would be an 8. But wouldn't it also? Couldn't it also gone under nature as well?
Yeah, it could have been nature.
Oh, okay. Well, survival is an 8. Nature is a 10.
Okay.
Lion, Tile. Lion has the that's a keen smell. So, does the cat have smell and sight?
So Jordan, it's gonna take you until well after lunchtime, but you can find an animal.
Okay. I'm gonna talk to the animal.
Okay. Yeah. What kind of animal are you looking for?
Preferably like a deer, but if it's gonna take too long, I will obviously go for like one of the smaller creatures as well, like a rabbit or something. I mean, if I find something bigger, like a friendly wolf, maybe, then I'll ask them.
You could probably find a deer, because during the day they try to be bedded down. You might be able to sneak up.
All
You're
right.
pretty animal friendly.
I'm very animal friendly. All right. I want to like calmly come up to the deer and say, evening or afternoon, friend. I'm wondering if you have come across any evil creatures around these parts.
Make an animal handling check.
They run away. I rolled a natural one.
Oh yeah, that deer it runs away.
It's like,
It
what the
says,
fuck?
I try to stay away from all humanoids.
It pees on you first, out of fear.
Was I able to touch the deer before it ran away? No, never mind. It wouldn't be willing. I
But,
want to
yeah, that's
start looking
that's
for.
probably your thing for the day. Hunting down a deer, then trying to talk to it.
So we're looking for the orcs.
And
Yep.
I'm a lion, and I'm gonna do a search on based on smells.
Okay. That is perception. So go ahead.
Oh, no, it rolled off. What's the one in the gray area? What number is that? So that's a 15.
15. There are a lot of smells, but you are able to track. There's definitely an area. You're not sure if it's going southwest or if it's going northeast, but it is going in a line um, that goes southwest northeast.
Are people close to me? Can I like roar and have them come to me? Hopefully they hear it. I'm gonna roar.
I'll reach out into your mind. What is it?
Probably not. Well, so probably not unless you guys are specifically working together. Otherwise, you guys would kind of be spread out, whatever it is you're doing.
I didn't realize that we had all spread out. Like I thought he was just
Well,
sniffing
he's.
the ground
I mean, he's
around
off
where we're at.
track. He's off tracking. So he's not just like in the camp.
I roar, hoping someone hears me, and everyone else. Do I need to roll anything for that, or?
Performance.
Would that be with the lion's charisma? I think he. Now that I'm thinking about it.
You do.
Not that it matters. I think the lion's
18.
charisma might be better.
No, I have a 0 for charisma. Lions is -1. So I rolled an 18.
So people definitely heard you roar. They're probably not going to come to. You kind of have a general area, not the direction, but the zone.
Okay.
Fitz, are you doing anything?
I'm sending my owl out scouting with the instructions that if he sees any smoke campsites, any movement from orcs, to come back to me.
Okay. Have it make a sight-based perception check.
Which is with advantage, because owls are awesome. The first one was a 3. Was a 17. And I think it's +3 for perception, so an unnatural 20. Yes, +3 for perception.
And you were having it look for
Smoke,
camp,
orcs, or camps.
orcs.
Yeah.
Okay. Your owl did not find any of those, and it probably through the day was able to go about 2 miles in a circle around you.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Bob Ricky.
I would like to look into any orc defilement of the forest, like chopping down trees.
Okay. What are you gonna roll?
Can I do a survival?
Okay.
Be survival or nature, right?
Either one of those is fine.
Getting down here, did we cross the river at all?
6.
You did have to cross the river.
Okay.
6.
I didn't. Nothing.
No, you didn't really find anything today. Strem, what about you? What do you?
Can I check the area for traps?
Actually, even
Now that everybody's gone in.
it actually makes sense though.
I mean, yeah, you can do a perception check.
Just so that everybody knows, while my bird went off flying and everybody else is looking, I'm just lounging over by the cart, reading my book.
It's an 18.
It's because he found like
there's-
snares and bear traps and shit.
There are no active traps, but you do find several broken arrows and a trail of blood being drug into kind of an open clearing. You think that there was someone hunting in the area.
And inform the rest of the party.
All right. Barry did his thing. Eric is the last one.
I want to climb a tree and see if I recognize the area that I'm in here to help us find our way.
Okay. What are you gonna roll?
Well, it makes more sense to do athletics, but acrobatics would be fun too. So I'll let you choose.
No,
To
you get to
climb
choose.
the tree.
I think athletics makes more sense. Ten.
Yeah. You slip a few times, but you're able to get up in the tree.
Do I recognize the lay of the land and
Make
know where we are?
an investigation check.
Ten.
You don't know exactly where you are, but you believe that there is a small elven outpost to the southwest.
All right. I descend the tree and tell everyone what I observe.
Does it match the blood trail?
No. You believe that that's just some kind of large animal, based on Scuzzy's search.
I asked Strim what the arrows look like. Did he find any shafts that were not broken, or what the arrowheads look like?
He found the ones that he found were broken.
Would
Do
I
they
be able
look
to
like the
recognize
ones-
them as Alvin arrows?
Yeah, is there anything distinguishing about them?
The arrows appear to be poorly made, and the heads are made of stone. Just stone.
I tell him about the smell.
All right.
I smelled stuff. When heard that.
Oh, I heard it. I wasn't gonna come check that out. Maybe next time I'll just chill on your back while you're sniffing around while I'm having my bird sneak out. So we've got arrows that look like they're from. We've got a smell to the southeast or the northwest, and we have a
Opposite.
elf outpost. The other way around, or we have an elf outpost that's in that direction. Is there a chance that the orcs may have headed to that outpost? I'm asking the party that.
I'm like indecisive.
The question is whether or not we should head in that direction.
We should avoid entanglements with the elves at all costs.
But
So
what
if
if
that
it's
direction leads us
orcs?
to the elves, then
The strongest thing we
suppose we
have to
take a
go off
chance.
of is the smell. So we should choose one of those directions. I'm just concerned of us choosing the wrong one and heading away from them.
Well, if the elf outpost is under attack and we save it, it'll look good on you, Eric. As I stare at him.
I think we'll be seen as invaders regardless.
So all of us aren't evil, huh, Eric? As I stare at.
Can we scout ahead?
Right now it is into the evening, and you're all kind of reporting back around a campsite.
I began casting my tiny hut.
What direction was the smell in, and which direction also corresponded to the direction of the elf camp?
So the elf camp, you believe, is southwest, and the smell went on a line southwest to northeast, but you're not sure which direction it was headed.
And I despise splitting the party up.
I'll go with the smell.
Well, there's one smell that goes towards the elf camp. There's another smell that may go from the elf camp. We just don't know which direction to go.
I mean, we can travel towards the elf camp and see if there's more evidence of a raid on the way, and if there's not, then we turn around and go the other direction.
Are we a couple days out from the elf camp, Eric?
How far away was it, Gio?
You're not sure based on your current knowledge.
I don't know. I just know it's in that direction somewhere. It's been too long. I can't recognize this place as well as I thought I could.
My vote is towards the elf camp. I'm not saying we should go into the elf camp. It's just if there was a horde of orcs, they'd want to go towards a destination.
That's what I'm thinking.
So
I say we don't go all the way to it, but we look for signs on the way.
I'm okay with that theory. That we go there, we sit at and we observe the surroundings, And if nothing's astray, then we head away.
All right. So you guys can camp for the evening.
Tiny hut.
I'm in the hut.
And I'm actually going to make once the tiny hut's up, I'm going to make a fire inside of the tiny hut so that the light doesn't get outside of the tiny hut. But the smoke should still leave the tiny hut, seeing as how it stays at normal temperature and with comfortable air.
Yep.
So I feel like that would be good for our stealthiness.
I like it.
There
So the
won't be
dome-
light, but there will be smoke.
Yeah, there'll be smoke coming up, but it should be dark, so the smoke should be tough to see in the dark. But there won't be light.
Is it a full moon?
It is not a full moon, but
Okay.
there is a crescent.
All right, so that should definitely, it will help. It will still be somewhat visible, depending on which way they're looking at it and all that stuff, and how much clouds there are.
Do orcs have dark vision just like elves?
You would probably
I
know that orcs have dark vision.
Okay, so yeah. I let Barry know that it doesn't matter. They'll see us anyway.
Gotcha.
But you see in shades of gray, and it'll be pretty hard to see the dome because the dome's going to be a dark, dark color.
Yeah. But, I mean, there will be a line of smoke raising up from the dome.
Who's got watch?
If everyone's in the hut, so Gears is gone for a minute. So he wants to be in the hut tonight.
I'll be in the hut, and I'll take first watch.
I'll take second watch.
Take third.
Aaron's already asleep.
Well, the only
Alright.
watch that should matter is the last watch, as the dome's coming to an end, so that we don't get surrounded. But
I mean, even though we're protected inside the dome, they can't get in or see. It's still better to know that if something's out there or not.
that's why I said the last one is the best. But I guess we should keep watch just in case somebody walks by or checks it out or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, what if they surround the dome and wait for it to end?
That's why they call it the Fun Dome.
All right,
Alright.
I'll assist in second watch.
All right. First watch.
Okay.
Perception.
Five.
You see nothing. It is the night.
So Batman's out there.
You know it. Second watch.
That's how I roll. Hang on. Why is it laggy? Jesus Christ. What the fuck?
I'm having the owl actually fly 50 feet above the dome and just circle around the dome, and I'm gonna be like laying down on my bedroll with my eyes closed with the with my sight through the owl, and I'm gonna do my perception check through the owl,
Okay.
who also has dark vision. It's gonna be, even with advantage, it's only a 10.
I got a 21.
I picked
Alright.
the right person to assist.
So Bowel doesn't notice anything. However, Eric, you see there are shapes off outside of your camp area, but none of them come within like 60 feet or anything. You don't see any actual forms, but you do see that there are things moving around. And so, Food, what is this link like with your bird?
I see through the bird's eyes.
What happens if the bird like gets hurt?
The bird dies.
Well, how does that affect you?
It doesn't. It's not like it transfers the damage. I'll be pretty upset.
So you know is what I'm asking. Like,
Yeah, I'm fully cognizant. My eyes are through his eyes. Like I am seeing and smelling what he can see and smell.
Okay.
Or more specifically, seeing and hearing what he can see and hear.
I tell Strem and Theron in my immediate vicinity here, like, hey, I see something. Wake up.
Ah!
Food. What is the bird's AC?
11. You dick.
Hey, you're the one who rolled a garbage perception.
He is 100 feet up in the air, if that does help.
You
if
said
it's-
50.
No, I said 100 feet. I literally said 100 feet above the dome.
You
Or did
said-
I say 50?
You said 50.
Okay,
We'll
fine.
have video
50.
evidence next week.
No, that's fine. 50 is
If-
fine.
If I'm wrong, I'll take it back.
No, it's fine because I'm sure that their arrows can go that far anyways.
Yeah, I mean, they had pretty high rolls anyway. They had garbage rolls, but they had high rolls too. So the bird takes like 21 damage, I believe. Yeah.
I'm up since the Great Baron woke me up. I kind of screamed.
And I am pissed.
Sound doesn't go outside the dome, does it?
Sound goes.
It's not soundproof. So everybody needs to be quiet.
So Theron screamed.
And I didn't scream. I just like woke up like, huh? So, but not like, not loud.
Let's see. So anyone who has dark vision, you could make who is awake, could make a perception check.
21.
14.
All right. So Scuzzy, you see definitely off in the distance, but just at the edge of your field of vision, there are bushes rustling. You can hear some things, but they're still quite a ways away.
I'm beginning my casting of Find Familiar.
I wake up the rest of the party just in case.
Okay.
We've still got like 4 hours on this dome.
I start kicking dirt onto the fire to get the smoke to stop going out.
All right. You guys wait and are kind of watching for the next half hour, 45 minutes. The rustling in the bushes goes away. Nothing else comes close to the campsite. It is still at this point. It's about between 1 and 2 in the morning.
Darren goes back to sleep.
After the 2 hours is up, which should be at the end of my watch anyways, I should have an owl again.
Okay.
And one fucking use of familiars cost down.
All right. Are you guys going back to sleep? I know Theron's asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go back to sleep.
Alright. Third watch.
I'll do it.
17.
Oh, my bad.
Yep. Things are good. Things continue to stay quiet through the rest of the evening. It is morning. The fun dome disappears. What would you guys like to do?
So are we starting to head in that direction? Or do we want to see if we can pick up any of the tracks of what just shot down Spaz? Would the arrow, because the arrow would have penetrated the owl, and then would it have stopped, or would it have continued out off into the distance?
It would have stopped.
So since he was above us, should it be right in our general vicinity? Can I look around for the arrow?
Sure. Make an investigation check.
15.
It takes a little while, but you're able to find it just on the edge of the outside of the camp.
Stone tipped?
Stone tipped.
Hey, Theron, can you cat it up and see if you can sniff out their tracks to see what direction they headed?
I'll agree, and I'll turn in my lion, and I'll sniff the air.
All right. Make a perception check.
So I got a 26.
Yeah, you should be able to follow them pretty easily.
I'll ask him in his head which direction.
Southwest.
Got a question.
West.
Yep.
So when Tile is in these shapes, and if he's willing, would I be able to see through his eyes and hear that with beast sense?
I think so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't smell it, but from what the spell says, I can see through the beast eyes and hear what it hears. So I'm just out of curiosity.
Yeah, I think you'd be able to do that.
Cool.
So that's affirmation, Eric. We should go southwest.
Let's go.
All right. Tile, make a survival check.
That would be a 19.
Yeah. So the morning passes as you guys follow Tile in his lion guise. And after after a while, it ends up being about 2 or 3 in the afternoon. And you guys come upon some some wooden walls. They're still about 150, 200 feet away from you, because you guys said you wanted to stay back from the city, or the little outpost.
It's very unlike the elves to not see us coming.
Are they all like peeping toms? Is that what you're saying?
Just saying, they're very vigilant and very protective and very stealthy. I find it very hard to believe we made it this close to one of their encampments without being spotted first.
Um, can I summon the owl and have the owl stealth up through like stay underneath the tree line, and stay within the trees and try to get towards the edge of the tree line just so that he can get a closer look at the walls?
Sure. Have him make a stealth check.
10. He's better at night.
He's better at night. Okay, so Spaz begins to flutter from tree to tree. He approaches the edge of the tree line, which is still about 60 feet out from these walls. And you're having him look for...
Movement.
Have him make a perception check.
18.
He doesn't see any movement.
All right. I'm gonna, once he comes back, giving me a signal in the negative, I'm just gonna let him vanish into his pocket dimension.
Okay.
So what do you guys think? Is this a wait till night scenario? Is this a try to get a closer look? Like, what do you guys think?
I think traveling under night is going to be the best bet, but so that would be my recommendation: is wait till some cover night.
Does it look like these walls are new, or if they're old, does it look like they have had any damage recently?
Make an investigation check. You guys are still pretty far away, so the DC is pretty high.
I probably don't get it. It's only a 12.
Yeah, it's tough to tell from this distance.
Do we notice any sign of like retreat or like hasty departing of this area? Are there like haphazard tracks or anything out of the ordinary?
Make a general investigation check.
9.
No. There's definitely a lot of tracks, but you can't tell whether they are retreating, going.
This is rough, guys. I mean, going at night would be our best bet, but that actually puts. Bob Ricky, do you have dark vision?
I do not.
So I think it's you and me that won't be able to see. And we're gonna need to probably find a place to lie low until then. And they obviously have trackers that go out at night, seeing as how that's who we just tracked down. So it's gonna be pretty rough.
Too bad Mina's not here to go forward and pretend like she's just a wayfaring elf.
That would be under the assumption that this keep is under elf control, or this fort is under elf control,
Well, she would find out in a hurry.
and then could be all alone.
She's a ranger. She would know what to do.
I mean, plus Noodles would be. Oh,
Too soon. Too soon.
So it's just a wood wall. Is there a gate anywhere around that we can see?
not on this side.
Can I kind of walk around and look for a gate? Or skulk through the forest?
Sure. Make a stealth check.
I think that's 10.
Okay.
I'll turn to Barry and ask if he wants to check if there is an animal that might be willing to let us know who's in the keep.
So once you get here, you'll be able to see that there is a gate on this side.
Okay. I'll go back. I'll tell him where the gate is. Barry, you said you can see through animals?
Yes.
Could you see through my elk?
I could see through your elk as long as it's willing.
Yeah, I could tell him to let you, and I could tell him to go around and look it up.
All right.
I will warn you, my bird was killed last night just for being a bird, so your elk might be prime meat for these individuals.
I can always bring him back.
So I'll cast Beast Sense on the elk.
Okay.
And I'll tell him telepathically, go and check out the gate quietly and look at all what you can see.
All right. So once he gets over to the gate, he sees that it only one door is on, and the other door is broken and pushed in onto the floor.
What do you see, boy?
So Jordan can see it.
I'll relay the message on.
Ricky was talking to Barry like he was his pet.
Yeah, I was talking to him.
What is it, boy?
Is little Timmy stuck in a well?
Should we go to the gate and because it looks like it's been raided? Maybe
Well-
this was the work of the orcs.
if the elk can, maybe the elk can take a look inside the door to see if it can see any movement in there. There is some orcs in there. We followed some. We just don't know how many.
Boy, go and creep through the gate door. And he's gonna go in, kind of just peek his head through.
All right, hang on. That's the elk. So right now he's right here.
All right. I'm gonna tell him to move
So wait,
forward.
hold on real quick.
Okay.
So he's right there. This door is knocked down, correct?
So this door is still there. This door is knocked down.
That door is knocked down. So he can see right there. So going in this way, he can see.
He can see some. It's not like completely flat on the ground.
Okay, so it's more ajar. So if he got like right here and looked in, he'd be able to see more here.
Yeah, if he got there, he'd be able to see, but just like to hear.
All right. He's gonna walk through just a little bit.
There are a lot of tents, a lot of things on the ground.
Are the tents ruined?
They are.
There's tents all along the wall, but they're ruined and things are strewn about.
All right. I'll tell him to go over to the tents. What do you see? Look at this on the fly drawings. Oh, that doesn't look good.
I'm gonna guess it's a fallen banner.
So when the elk goes in, it sees that there are a few tents here still erected, and in the center of the outpost, hanging on a large waving banner, is this symbol. Piled around it are dozens of elf bodies, pooling blood around them, the flies covering them. And that's where we're going to stop.
Aww.
Oh no.
I pass on the information and say we need to get the elk out of there.
Run, boy, run. So we've come across genocide.
Yep, pretty much. Just dead bodies everywhere.